Hi again everyone, I hope you're all doing super well at home. Today's practice is a little bit of power yoga, so don't be afraid if you are a beginner, you're new to yoga, you're just starting out in your practice. This is a power yoga for all, including beginners, but also if you're slightly more advanced, if you are a seasoned yogi, then this is also going to be a good practice for you because there are lots of options. So there's always modifications, variations in the practice. There's lots of different levels. You can always come down onto your knees, take a child's pose, give those shoulders a roll back and start up again whenever you want. So just a reminder, if you have any niggles, if you have any injuries, be super mindful of these. You know your body better than I do. So like I said, rest, set yourself back up again and then go for it again. So this is all about having fun. We're going to be looking a little bit more specifically for the upper body and the core today, working in our power style. And we're going to start off just coming into a seated posture, taking the legs out in front of us. We're going to get going pretty much straight away, planting down through those feet and spreading them wide. Dropping our hands to the side with our fingertips pointing away and just pushing, opening up the chest just for a stretch. You can allow the lower back just to round slightly, opening up the chest. And as you exhale, drop the arms all the way through, chin into chest, round the spine. You can take hold of the toes, take a little grip if that feels good. Inhale, open. Of course, you're welcome to close the eyes. And exhale, round. Inhale, open. Bend the elbows, draw them back, open up through the chest. And on this one, we're going to draw those feet together, Baddha Konasana style, dropping yourself forward. As you drop yourself forwards, just take a moment to pause. Take a moment to come into your breath. Take a moment to set an intention, a purpose for your practice. To notice how the body feels today. Go inside, tune into the music, tune into your body, and then listen to your breath. Slowly start to roll up through the spine, draw the feet together again, separate them out, hip distance apart, plant down through those toes, fingertips come all the way through again, thumbs facing forwards, going to begin to tuck the hips under. From there, we're going to start to take a little bit of a pendulum. So lots of options with this one. It's our Tibetan right warm up. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under. On the inhale, you're going to lift all the way up, reverse tabletop. And on the exhale, either sitting your bum down or allowing your bum to slide through, pressing through the arms, drawing the belly in, flexing through the feet. Inhale, lift. Head can drop back. Exhale, lower, again just as seating, or fly those hips back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze your bum at the very top. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to go for 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one, inhale, and exhale. I should have said last one for the set. Dropping your bum down, just work through those wrists. So you're going to really squeeze the forearms together. We're going to go again, just do 10 more. And if you'd like to, we're going to take it to the next level. Otherwise, stick with that first option of just sitting the bum down or squeezing the bum back. On this inhalation, you're going to rise and come up. Exhale, swing through. If you'd like to, you can start to stretch the legs forwards, lifting up. Exhale, draw back through. Inhale, lift, so starting to take it a little bit longer. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw through. This is hard work on the shoulders, through the core muscles. See if you can take the legs a little bit longer. 3 more, I think, or 4 more. We'll go for 3, 2, hips nice and high. Last one. Dropping yourself all the way down. Release the legs, turn the palms to face upwards, and just take a forward fold. Your heart rate should be up. Heavy breathing. Come back into your breath. Perhaps just begin to move the wrists around again. A little bit more. Crossing the legs over. Working yourself through onto all fours. Just drop yourself back into that child's pose. Fingertips stretching away. Forehead to the mat. Know that you can come back to this pose. Restorative child's pose at any point. Palms turning to get that outward rotation of the shoulders. Forehead to the mat, and when you're ready, begin to rise and lift all the way up. We're going to drop our knees directly underneath our hips. Hands coming down onto the mat with that first finger facing forwards. From there we're going to take a cat and cow, but we're going to curl the toes under, make it a little bit more active for the feet, and we're going to bend through the elbows as we take our cat and cow. So really pressing through when we're ready, bending, and inhale coming forwards into our cow stretch. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. Bend those elbows as much as you can, inhaling, but try to keep the elbows coming inwards. So we're wrapping our triceps, the backs of our arms back, and our biceps are wrapping forwards. Bending the elbows almost like you're gonna come down into a tricep press up or chaturanga style. Last one. Inhaling. Exhale. Release the toes, just sway from side to side. You can drop back, release those wrists again. Some cracks and pops. Plant back down. We're going to work through the shoulders from there. So this time, we're going to keep the arms nice and straight. So not quite locking out the elbows, a little bit of no hyperextension, just a little bit of flexion through the elbow. And we're going to work through those shoulders. So belly draws in, and we're going to push our shoulder blades away. So retraction and protraction of the shoulder blades, dropping them down. Press away. So you're welcome to work through the belly a little bit more to accentuate, but try not to bend the elbows. Imagine squeezing your shoulder blades together and then letting them wrap around. So the shoulder blades like the wings on our back. And then once you're there, drop yourself all the way back and down again into your child's pose. So the arms should start to feel a little bit warmer. On the inhale, begin to lift, come all the way back up. We're going to step it back, one leg at a time, into our high plank. And again, feel that rounding of the back, the pressing out of the shoulder blades. Work through your fingertips, hold nice and strong here. Exhale, lift the hips nice and high and come into your first down face dog. Breathing in, breathing out, the rib cage draws under. On the inhale, wave the body forwards into high plank. Drop down onto the knees. Lower your chin and your chest down to the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Walk the legs back through plank and exhale back into your down dog. So we're going to take 2 more of those. Inhale, come forwards, high plank, strong. Exhale, lower onto the knees. And the chest lowers, the chin lowers. Inhale, lift yourself back up. toes. Press back through the feet, high plank. Exhale, lift yourself through to down dog. Of course, you can have a mini breather at any point. You're welcome to stay in your down dog, or we go for one more. Inhale, come forwards. Almost those shoulders going over the wrists. Exhale, knees down, chest and chin, elbows drawing. Inhale, lift yourself back up with the belly back in. Come back through plank. All the way back and down into down face dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, drop back down onto the knees again. Uncurl the toes and just work through those wrists. So at any point, if you need to feel like you need to decompress through the joint, just draw the fingertips and the hand almost away. So we're working through that. Dropping yourself back through onto all fours, belly draws in. Curl the toes under, lift yourself all the way back up and down into your down face dog. From there, you're going to slide the left foot to the back center of the mat, lift through the right leg, but here try to keep the shoulders aligned. So there's no need to open and swing the leg all the way up. Try and keep nice and stable, flex through the foot, equal weight through both shoulders. On the exhale, drawing knee into the nose, tiger curl, or dropping the knee down. If you can, you hold there. On the inhale, lift all the way back up, keeping those shoulders aligned. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. Flex the foot. Again, you're welcome to drop the knee down or you hold. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Try not to go so high with the foot, keep the shoulders aligned. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. When you're ready from there, you're going to plant the foot right between the fingertips. Rise and come all the way up into high lunge with strong arms. So really focusing on those arms today. Doesn't mean to say we can lose the legs, but lots of strength through the upper body. On the exhale, you're going to make a fist and cactus the arms. Draw those shoulder blades down. Inhale, open the fingertips, reach all the way up, high lunge. Exhale, make a fist and cactus the arms. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus the arms. On the inhale, lift all the way back up. Lace the fingertips behind your head. So the thumbs are going to go down the neck. You're going to step, walk that back foot in. So it's about 40 degrees. Walk the right foot out just slightly so you've got space for the hips. Turning both hips to face forwards. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hover yourself down halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover down halfway. Inhale, lift, straight back. Exhale, hover. Nice flat back, drawing that right hip back. Left hip, drawing forwards. Inhale, lift. Start to loose the arms, taking them either to reverse prayer or holding onto opposite elbow. Exhale, dive yourself forwards. This time dropping yourself down, and once you find that length through the spine, that apex, you can then just release the head, the gaze can drop forwards. Keep reaching that right hip back. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Start to bend through the front knee. As you do so, rise and come all the way back up. This time to your warrior one. You're going to squeeze those palms together over the head. Strong arms, holding. From there, you're going to draw the thumbs down your neck and press away for 1, 2, and 3. From there, opening all the way out into your warrior 2. Making sure the back leg is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Squeezing those arms, those shoulder blades together. Strong arms. Turning the palms. Outwardly rotating those shoulders again. And then releasing the palms to face down. Palms face up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Feel the opening through your chest. Drop those palms to face down. Last time, palms facing up, strong through the arms, palms facing down. From there, sweeping that right hand behind you, holding, lacing the fingertips, crossing the thumbs, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and dropping yourself down into your humble warrior. So a lovely opportunity to stretch, open up through the chest. Try and squeeze your thumbs together. Move your thumbs away from your shoulders, from your back body, and hold there. So it's a big one for the legs, but also when you're squeezing nice and tight through the shoulder blades, you get a lovely stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. From there, begin to release the hands either side of the front foot, come right up onto that back toe. From there, slide the right leg all the way back into your high plank. When you come into your high plank, you're going to take a chaturanga or drop onto the knees. And you're going to lower yourself all the way down to the mat. So you can stay on the knees if you'd like to. We're going to release the hands and then push up to high plank, round through the back. 2 more. Chaturanga, all the way down to the mat. Release the hands. Press the hands back down and push all the way back up and through. Last one, chaturanga. Elbows in, gazes forwards. Release the gaze. Lift, hand release. You can also lift the legs if you want. Placing the toes back down, press all the way through. Taking your down dog, or if you'd like to, drop onto the knees and take your child's pose, forehead to the mat. Of course, you're welcome to drop those hands behind you as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, and if you're in your down dog, move around if you'd like to, take a single arm. And then from there, everybody lifting all the way back up into your down face dog. Find your alignment again. Fingertips spreading wide. We're going to move on to the opposite side. So the right foot this time reaches for the center of the mat. The left foot lifts all the way up. Drop that shoulder down. Flex the foot so you're nice and square. Exhale, knee to nose. Or drop the knee down and just hold there. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Leveling out through those shoulders. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, lift back up. See if you can get your knee all the way to your forehead on this last one. Flex the foot, and then begin to drop that foot between your fingertips. So we're going to work exactly the same on the other side. Lifting up through the left. Breathing in. Breathing out, nice and strong through those shoulders in our high lunge. Inhale, exhale, making a fist. Draw those shoulder blades down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulder blades down. Inhale, fingertips away. Exhale, shoulders down. On the inhale, lift. From there, you're going to bend through. Lacing the fingertips, see if you can lace the opposite way. Sometimes feels a bit strange. Thumbs to base the spine, the base of the neck, the base of the skull. Walking, stepping that right foot in. About 40 degrees, walking the foot out if you need to make space for the hips. Open through the chest and heart. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Halfway long spine. Inhale, lift, so you have to use your core here so you don't drop all the way forwards. Lower. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. From there, lace the hands either through to your reverse prayer or to your opposite elbows. Exhale, lower. As you lower down, reach forwards with the crown of the head. Again, to get to the length of the spine, the lowering, and then you can release your forehead down to the knee, to the shin, to the thigh. And wherever you are, breathe. Of course, you can release the hands to blocks, to the mat. Know that you can make your stride shorter, longer, wider. Work with what feels good for you. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, begin to bend through the front knee. Begin to rise and come all the way up into your warrior one. The back leg is straight, the front knee is bent. Turning those hips around to face the front edge of the room. Again, making a prayer overhead or keeping the arms separate. Exhale, bend. Anjali moves your prayer behind the head. Inhale, lift, strong arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. On the exhale, open, work yourself all the way through into your warrior two. So you might have to lengthen your stride, bend through that front knee. Gaze is right over that middle finger. This warrior two is strong. You're holding your spear out. Begin to turn, float the palms upwards and squeeze those shoulder blades. Turn the palms to face down. Turn the palms to face up. Stay strong through your core, your center. Lifting through the inner arch of the legs. Palms face down. Last one. Palms facing up. Palms facing down. Strong through those arms. Don't let them drop. Holding there. When you're ready, release the arms just behind you. Squeeze your shoulders. Again, try and lace your fingertips the opposite way. Open through the chest, open through the heart, and then dive yourself forwards into that humble warrior. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Try and work your arms, your shoulders away, thumbs away from the back body. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. One more breath, try and squeeze that a little bit more. And then when you're ready, you're going to release your hands either side of that front foot, come right up onto that back toe. Drawing the belly in, pressing away from the mat. Step yourself back into your high plank. We have those chaturanga presses again, so lowering yourself down. Hand release. Press yourself up, down the back. If you can, stay on the tiptoes. Roll yourself forwards, chaturanga arms. Hand release. Lift yourself up, one sweep. Exhale, draw yourself down. Of course, you can do exactly the same thing through the knees. Lift yourself up strong. On the exhale, push yourself down and back into your down face dog. Or if a child's pose works for you, work yourself into your child's pose. Gaze is between the thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. See if you can hold your down dog for a little bit longer than you usually do. Find that strength, that warmth that you've built up in the upper body, in your core. Settle into your breath. Perhaps release and exhale from the mouth. Shake the head. And then when you're ready, you're going to drop down onto those knees. Uncurl the toes and drop yourself onto the forearms and into child's pose. Come up onto the fingertips if you'd like to. So from there, we're going to work forwards into a few dolphin variations. So dolphin's quite a strong pose. It's almost like a good pose to use to be able to work into your forearm posture, so Pincha Mayurasana. So as you come onto the forearms, you're going to take those fingertips lovely and wide. The thumbs can touch here and the pinky fingers are stretching out. The main thing about dolphin is we don't let the arms drop wider. We want to keep those elbows right underneath the line of the shoulders. And you might just stay there, draw your belly in. You might work just a single leg pressing back. And there's your options. Or you might begin to curl both toes under and just lift the hips. And it might be a hold there. Gaze is between the elbows. You might begin to move your gaze back towards your toes, your feet. And you might be able to start to walk your feet in towards you, lifting the hips up nice and high. So the option of staying there, and of course the option of coming onto the knees and taking presses, 5 presses through the legs. If you're good at dolphin and you need a bit more, you can come into a turbo dog style. So we're going to keep the legs up and we're going to press either a single arm and come into our down dog, or we're going to work through both arms, pressing down, lifting up, pressing and lifting. And we're going to take 5 of those as well. So 2 more. And then drop down to the knees. And as you come into child's pose this time, just release your hands behind you, perhaps lace them on your lower back, forehead to the mat. Shoulders can round. Releasing, let go. Build that sense of determination and challenge again for our next round of exercises. So we're going to take 3 strong exercises from there before we start to slow it down and take a bit more of a stretch. So the first one is our plank, so our high plank. So make sure you're working through the pinky fingers, the sucker cups of your fingertips. Stepping one foot back and the other, come into your nice strong high plank. So with the toes curled, you're going to push back through your heels, and we're just going to take these rocks or shifts through our shoulders. And we're going to take 20 in total. So once you're there, we're going to push forwards and push back for 1. Use your breath 2. Exhaling 3. Drawing the belly in. Keep pushing away through your shoulders. So the shoulders ideally want to be going beyond the wrist, so you might need to just reset at any point if those feet have begun to wander forward or back. I've lost count, I think it was 10 more. 9, 8, 7, keep working, the wrists will be feeling this. The shoulders, the belly, the core. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and your last one, down onto the knees. And we're going to drop into Virasana. So if this is too much, of course, use a block, use a pillow, draw the hands together, and just slowly work through those wrists. Option to give them a stretch out. Back into your breath. If you need to take on some water, do so. So minimal movements on that one, but you really feel it through your core, through your shoulders. Let those wrists go. And then we're going to come into an arm balance. So we're going to come into our Bakasana, crow pose or crane pose. So if you're still working on your arm balance, we're going to get you, if you have a block, if you have cushions, if you have a sofa or your settee which you can balance yourself in front of, it's quite handy just to be able to put the head onto something or to aim for something. Otherwise, you can just loose the block altogether. So if you're good at your Bakasana and you have your crane pose sorted, go and try and take 5 of them. Try and hold for 5 seconds, try and hold for 10 seconds. We've done a lot on those triceps, so work with what feels good. If arm balances are new to you, same position of those hands, nice and wide, gripping the mat with your pinky fingers. You're going to try and lift your hips as high as you can and walk those feet in. As you bend through the knees, you're going to try and get those knees as high up on your triceps as possible, and then begin to bend the elbows just like Chaturanga and rock yourself forward. Your gaze can be right at that block. You can perhaps drop your forehead down. You might lift a single leg and the opposite leg and just take those toe taps. You might be able to just move the head off and float both feet or a single leg, floating, and the other one, and then drop yourself back. Work through the wrists again. And if you can, I'm going to take 2 more of those to catch up with those 5 that we set at the beginning. So again, if that's too much for you, fingertips and just moves. Great practice for working towards your handstands, and obviously working towards headstand as well, because it's that idea of moving your body weight forwards onto the upper body. So again, perhaps we release the block this time. Spreading the fingertips lovely and wide, hips high, you can walk those feet in, come up onto the toes. Option to place the knees onto the back of the triceps or onto the outside of the, and squeeze. If you're there, you bring your toes to touch, gaze is slightly forwards, belly drawing in, and you can release. As you release, you might drop back into Malasana. Move those wrists around, stretch them out. Child's pose is always an option. Last one. So last opportunity to play around with your Bakasana. Perhaps this time you load up the backs of your triceps, squeezing the legs, and back into your child's pose or back into your down face dog. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Down onto those knees if you're not there already. Space for those wrists, roll them around, release, let go. Pull those fingers away, create a bit more space. Have a little stretch of the arms. So our last one of that series, she says breathing heavily, is our dolphin again. So in this dolphin, lots of options. So if you felt comfortable just bringing your thumbs to touch and raising up those legs, dropping onto the knees, you're going to stick with that option. If you want to move forwards, you can begin to lace the fingertips, lace the thumbs and come into a bit more of a Kali Mudra. You can keep the fingers down or you can lace them as well, it's totally up to you. Press through the legs, walk them in. The option is either to try and lift the leg and see if you can come up, or you can begin playing around with taking your nose towards your thumbs. And again, I'm going to take 5 of those. So rolling through the toes just as we did in that plank variation. Again, you can play around with both. Perhaps you decide to bring the opposite leg up. Perhaps you have pincher, forearm balance in your practice and you give that one a whirl. And once you're done, you're going to come into your Virasana, drop that Kali Mudra behind you and open up through your chest and breathe. Squeeze those shoulders. Full breath. You can release and just take a moment of stillness, of pause. Notice the warmth in the shoulders, warmth in your cheeks and your head. Breathe nice and easy. Sigh, let it go. And we're going to finish off just working around with some stretches around the shoulders and the chest, the core. So you're going to plant down through those fingertips again. See if you can be really mindful as you press back to draw navel in towards the spine into your high plank. From there, we're going to take that lowering all the way down again to the mat. We're going to go into a Scorpio twist from there, so dropping the right hand into a cactus arm. The left hand, fingertips are going to come to the mat, moving your head onto the right ear. You're just going to take that left leg behind you and you're going to leave that leg dangling. So you can make it more active by pressing into that left hand. You can even stretch out that right arm and just hold and dangle it there. Breathing into it, a really lovely stretch of your chest, front of the shoulders, the twist through the lower spine. And releasing, rolling all the way back through, and just switching sides. So starting off with the cactus arm on the left, fingertips of the right hand or plant down, You're going to start to roll over onto the left side of the body, the left cheek and ear drop down, and then again you're going to dangle that right leg and breathe into it. Stretching the left arm out if you'd like to. And roll yourself back through, all in good time, nice and easy. Dropping the hands forwards, just take a moment to release. Let the lower back settle. You move from side to side if that feels good. And then you're going to begin to turn forehead to the mat or to a cushion, to a pillow. You're going to link your thumbs behind you and draw those fingertips down your back. On the inhale, as you lift, those fingertips are going to come all the way down, chin ever so slightly into your chest, and hold it there. On the exhale, lower. As you lower, lacing the hands or place them on top of each other, let the elbows come down to the mat and the head can turn to the side. One more, so lacing the thumbs again, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift, fingertips can come away. And if you'd like any more for the lower back, you can begin to lift the legs off as well. Gaze is down, chin to the chest just slightly. So use the pulling of the thumbs to really draw those shoulder blades down, to keep the shoulders away from the ears. And on the exhale, release. As you release, the hands can come onto the back and you can turn your head to the left side. Let those shoulders round, let the lower back settle again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From there you're going to walk that right arm all the way above the head. The left arm is going to come out to the side and you're going to roll yourself over. As you do that, you're going to drop that right arm back through and come into a spinal twist, that T shape. Inhale, and on the exhale, draw palm on top of palm. Inhale, open. Exhale. Now if you want to, you can always bend the knees off if that just brings you a little bit more stability. Or you can keep the arms coming nice and wide. We're just going to take one more. Exhaling. And inhale to open. From there, dropping that left hand down, sweeping that right arm above the head again, lengthening through the legs, dropping yourself back onto your belly, forehead onto the mat. Release the lower back again. And we're going to work through to the other side. So the left arm nice and long, rolling over onto the right. As you do that, that left arm can come back through, and then take that right arm down. Of course, you can bend through a single knee, both knees. Drawing yourself all the way over. Option to take a block for the head as well if that feels good. And to open out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, open all the way up. Exhale. Last one. Open up. Exhale. From there, you're just going to take a moment where you're going to bend off those elbows. Come to lay on your side. Drawing the belly in. And then releasing and letting it go. Take a moment for the whole body just to settle on your side. Close down the eyes. And then begin to turn yourself all the way around onto your back. So don't worry which way you're facing the room, that's all good. You can begin to stretch the legs nice and long. And I really want you to choose an expression with your upper body for the end of class that really works for you. So perhaps you feel like you've been really open and you just want to drop the hands onto the belly and the elbows drop. Perhaps you want to keep that motion and you want to keep the arms lovely and wide, more of a pentagon. Perhaps you want to lace the hands behind the head still and keep them open from there. Palms facing up, palms facing down. Do whatever feels good. And taking this Shavasana to really feel all of that good work. Energizing, strengthening work of the upper body and the core. Let it sink in. So you've done all the hard work now. You can reap all of your rewards in your Shavasana. Slowing down the breath. Slowing down your heart rate. Noticing your body's temperature. And of course you can stay here for as long as you like if you've got the time. I suggest about 5-10 minutes to let it all absorb. Give your body that resting time. Or if you've got somewhere to be today, you can start to draw your knees in towards your chest. Massaging out the lower back, sacrum, that tailbone. Perhaps you can feel your shoulder blades on the mat. Again, rolling over onto your left side, your cheek or shoulder on the right side, totally up to you. Take a moment to pause. And then begin to lift yourself all the way up into your comfortable seat, exactly where we started. Coming into Sukhasana, comfortable cross leg or whatever works for you. Begin to sit tall. Inhale, lift the shoulders nice and high, and exhale, draw them down your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Chin ever so slightly in towards your chest. Length of the spine. Draw your thumbs all the way through to heart center. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Living your life to its fullest. Embrace your life with passion. Bowing to the divine in each and every one of you. Saying thank you as always for coming onto your mat. I hope you feel energized. I hope you feel strengthened and empowered. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.